And ladies and gentlemen, we're back here for game number 2 between NJCU and Stockton, and we're going to announce the lineup to the crowd here at the Garrity Complex, and we'll do it with you live here on Gothic Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, here's our lineup for game 2. For Stockton, leading off at shortstop, number 8, Meg Merzello. Batting second, the designated player, number 22, Alexa Massa. The first baseman batting third, number 11, Alexandra Cosenzo. The third baseman and cleanup hitter, number 29, Casey Sheeta. The center fielder batting fifth, number 12, Ashley LaBelle. The right fielder batting sixth, number 33, Leonie Ortiz. The second baseman batting seventh, number 6, Morgan Novello. The catcher batting eighth, number 17, Madison Kelly. And the left fielder batting ninth, number 1, Chelsea Thomas. And pitching for Stockton in game 2 will be number 10, Samantha Huter. For NJCU, leading off in center field, number 12, Julie Squio. Batting second at third base, number 2, Hannah Gavin. Batting third at shortstop, number 1, Dinora Flores. The cleanup hitter and first baseman, number 25, Gianna Benakista. In left field and batting fifth, number 11, Kayla Clark. Catching and batting sixth, number 24, Ariana Scrimo. Pitching and batting seventh, number 21, Christina Mezzi. At second base and batting eighth, number 14, Dulce Almonte. And in right field for NJCU and batting ninth, number 8, Kellen Fuentes. So there's our Game 2 lineup as the Gothic Knights try to bounce back after an 18-6 5-inning defeat in game number 1. Stockton is now 60-8 all-time in this series. They've won the last 19 meetings. Anthony Candelario is the umpire here behind the plate in game 2. Gary Moran in the field. After a first pitch ball, that is a called strike. The 1-1. Bunt dropped down. It rolls onto the plate. So that is a foul ball, 1-2. And I think the batter's out. I think that's interference. Yeah, the batter is out on interference. That's going to go down as a BI. First time I've scored one of those in a long time. It'll bring up the designated player, Massa. Designated player, number 22, Alexa Massa. That keeps me on my toes there. That's a new scoring play you haven't seen too often. Interference, batter's interference is the official call, and 2-ball count here to Massa. That is called strike, 2-1. Three and 1. Popped in the air, center field, Squio in the gap, makes the catch for out number 2. Now batting first baseman number 11, Alexandra Cosenzo. First pitch was the ball back to the screen, so 1 ball, no strikes, popped in the air. Left center deep. Squeo on the run against the fence, makes the catch as she crashes into the fence and is able to brace the impact as the inning comes to a close. 3 up, 3 down, Gothic Knights coming up. And Julie Squeo in the top of the order. She was the cleanup hitter in the last game, and she will lead us off in the bottom of the first inning. Center fielder number 12, Julie Squeo. Squeo enjoys the cleanup spot more than the leadoff spot. We'll see how she does here in the top. Fly ball right field. It's carrying fairly well, and having the back pedal stumbling and able to make the catch was Liani Ortiz. A long fly out opposite way, by the way, for Squeo. Now batting third baseman number 2, Hannah Gavin. Hannah Gavin hit a opposite field 2-run homer in the last game. But it was unable to extend the game because Stockton put up 5 runs in the top of the 5th to cement an 18-6 win. That was the most runs they've scored in the game this year. Previous high was 15. Popped foul over our heads and into the bullpen on my left side. Be a ball and a strike. Called strike. 2-2 here to Gavin. Tell you about the pitcher in just a moment. The 2-2. Ground ball. Gloved. Good play by Sheeta, who throws out Gavin 5-3. Now batting shortstop, number 1, Dianora Flores. 1-0. And a 2-ball count here to Dinora Flores, hitting .275 in her freshman campaign. Slow roller, Sheeta is able to get her on a long stretch there by Casenzo at first, as Flores runs well down the line, but the throw was in time. So a 5-3 ground out. The Gothic Knights go in order. No score through 1. Leading off for Stockton, third baseman, number 29, Casey Sheeta. Casey Sheeta, the leadoff, hitting .360 on the year. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Sheeta, Lobel, and Ortiz. Ira Thor with you at the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex in Jersey City. Game 2 of our broadcast here on Gothic Vision. Rachel McIntyre from the bowling and volleyball teams on the graphics, as it's just the two of us today. Baseball is going on the other side of the complex. Men's basketball has its team dinner tonight with Dr. Henderson, the NJCU president. So 3 of our game day staff unavailable, and we're finding a way to get it done anyway, because that's what we do here at the Gothic family. Sometimes we also sit on traffic on Route 440. The 2-1. Good pitch by Mezzi, 2-2. Also hiding with us in the box is Autumn Fortunato, the other part of the McIntyre-Fortunato twin movie, hitting theaters near you any day now. Three balls, 2 strikes. Mezzi deals. Popped, foul. Gavin gives it a run. It is just foul behind third base. Couldn't get there in time. It does go 2 feet beyond the chalk, and we'll do it again at 3-2. As you can see from the broadcast, the sun, which we have missed, has peeked out from behind the clouds, and now it's getting a little bright here from this angle. We are looking directly west. That was low in the dirt, rolled to home plate for ball 4. And the leadoff runner's on in Sheeta. And that will bring up the center fielder, number 12, Ashley LaBelle. Ball 1 to LaBelle, hitting .241. Called strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball, Gavin. Tough play, goes to second as our only option. And everybody is safe. So she tried to throw Sheeta out at second. Otherwise, no chance to get LaBelle with a single. I was hugging the line. And you know what? More to think about that. That's a fielder's choice, folks, because she actually could have gone to first there and chose the second. So we're going to make that change. That is a fielder's choice. Sheeta does advance. The 1-0 pitch. Third base, they get the 4-6-5. So this time Sheeta is retired. As Ortiz grounds out and reaches on the fielder's choice. Second baseman, number 6, Morgan DeVello. Sometimes you got to give these plays a little more thought. Still runners at first and second. Still just one out. No score between the Ospreys and the Gothic Knights. Game 2 of 2. Other side of the complex, Drew leading NJCU baseball 7-3. Grounder foul on the bunt attempt. As she tried to sacrifice Ortiz and LaBelle into scoring position. NJCU's 3 runs have all been solo home runs. Dan Berardi, Lennon Gomez, Juan Pena have all gone yard. But Drew put up 5 runs in the third after NJCU put up 2 back-to-back in the bottom of the second. And then 2 runs in the top of the 7th. That's where we are now. And that is fouled away. That game actually just now went to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes here to DeVello, who likely now will have to swing away. The 1-2 does not chase. And Screamo does a good job of keeping the ball in front of her. One ball, correction, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mezzi deals, popped in the air, shallow left. And Flores calls off Mezzi. And on the outfield grass makes out number 2. It's a good play by Flores. That brings up the catcher, number 17, Madison Kelly. Kelly is a freshman out of Franklinville, New Jersey, Delsea High School. Franklinville down in Gloucester County. Strong majority of Stockton's roster is from South Jersey, as you would imagine. That's called strike. Screamo throws it to Flores. Keep LaBelle honest at second base. 2 balls and 1 strike, I should say. Strike 2. I think Kelly thought that was strike 3. Started walking towards the dugout. It is 2-2. But, you know, with Stockton and Camden and Rowan all being in South Jersey, those 3 schools, as you would imagine, would have a good chunk of their team from South Jersey. Fly ball, center field, and a good job by Julie Squio, taking a great route in the gap and makes the catch for the line out to end the inning. And Stockton strands 2. In the second inning for Stockton, no runs, no hits, and 2 left on base. Bottom of the second coming up. Back here, Jersey City, and leading off for the Gothic Knights, first baseman number 25, Gianna Benakista. Benakista, the cleanup hitter in this game, hitting .295. She has pretty much been anywhere from 1 to 4 in the lineup this year. She led off for much of the spring trip. She'll be followed by Kayla Clark in the lineup. And that is a ball to Benakista. Fouled off. The pitcher, Huter, this is her 4th start, 9th appearance. She's 2-1 with a 4.34 ERA. 1 complete game, 1 shutout. She's got 2 saves in relief. Three balls and 1 strike. And that is ball 4. That's been Huter's biggest issue this year, has been wildness. That is her 12th walk of the year as Benakista leads off with a walk. Now batting left fielder number 11, Kayla Clark. So Kayla Clark now batting. Fouls that one off her foot. Clark had a long double in the last game. And Clark looks like she's grimacing a little bit as she walks back towards the right side of the batter's box. In a second to recover from that one. That never feels good, especially on a cold day, and you can see she's limping a little bit. That's not going to feel good. She'll be spending time tomorrow morning with Carla Mejia, our head athletic trainer. But after the first pitch foul, Huter deals, and Benakista is out. I don't think she looked up. She just went and was thrown out by about 10 feet, 2-6. I don't know if she missed a sign there or thought it was going to be a hit and run, but she's caught stealing. And that cost NJCU a base runner because Kayla Clark singles down the left field line. So Kayla Clark continues to swing a good bat. Ariana Scrimo will now follow her in the lineup. The catcher, number 24, Ariana Scrimo. And head coach Mark Del Volpe is having a quick chat with Ashley Martinez, the assistant coach, probably discussing the play with Benakista from a moment ago. Finishing Huter's numbers on the year, 19 and a third innings coming into play. She's allowed 22 hits, 11 earned runs, 12 earned runs, 15 runs total, struck out 6, walked 11, a .282 opposing batting average. She's one of 4 pitchers on this Stockton team that has seen considerable time this year. That's a called strike to Ariana Scrimo. The catcher, number 24, Ariana Scrimo. Scrimo fouls that one away. 0-2. Meanwhile, for NJCU, it's been all Christina Mezzi. She's thrown every pitch this year. Amber Hunter has been injured. And at some point, do expect her to see some action. Swung on and missed, and Scrimo down on strikes. The pitcher, number 21, Christina Mezzi. So NJC with 1 hit. Stockton has not been on base via a hit yet. A game that has started off with far less offense than we saw in Game 1, where each team scored 4 in the first inning. Now in the bottom of the second, Mezzi pops this one down the right field line. It's going to be out of play over towards the seating area on the first base side. The 0-1. One ball and 1 strike. Gotham Knights baseball team has the bases loaded, and that is just fouled by Mezzi as she lobs it down the left field line. Yeah, so baseball with 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Bases are loaded after singles by Jesse Kraft, Jan Castellano, and a walk with Pulsini. Nick Legato's at the plate. He's already got 1 grand slam this year. Ground ball, second base. And a 4-3 ground out will end this inning. So the Gothic Knights on a ground out by Mezzi are retired. But Knights get first hit of the game. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left as we head to the third. Chelsea Thomas leading off for Stockton here. Pops this one up. Gavin comes in. Oh, nearly makes the catch. as she falls hard to the turf. I think she got inadvertently tripped up by Ariana Scrimo as both went for the ball. And Gavin lied there for a moment to regain her composure. She hit the ground hard. She's tough. And she heads back to third base. Nearly making that catch. Just a strike one. And that is line foul towards third base, 0-2. Off the plate, Thomas hitting .414. She's the number 9 hitter in this lineup. Doesn't offer that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball to Gavin. Charges, throws. Safe. She beat it out. So a single to third, and that's the first hit for Stockton as we lead off the third. Shortstop number 8, Meg Merzello. There goes the runner. And again, the tag is in time. Dianora Flores is a magician. Somehow comes across from short and is able to slide towards the bag and apply the tag at the same time. And I think she may have collided with Flores. And Thomas is hurt. Here comes head coach Maureen Herring to check on her left fielder, who she looks like she's in tears at second base. And also out is Ashley Pace, NJCU's assistant athletic trainer. Yeah, Thomas is hurt as she went in hard to second base. As she was thrown out 2-6. And how do you like them apples? Nick Legato walked with the bases loaded. That made it 7-4. And then Dan Berardi has hit his second home run of the day. A grand slam home run. And the Gothic Knights have come from 7-3 down. They lead 8-7. 7 of their 8 runs have come by the long ball. And I'm going to have to go back and do a little research. When the last time we hit 4 home runs in a game? I think it's been about a decade. There was one game in Florida. God, probably about 2006, I want to say, where the wind was blowing out, and so were every ball lofted into the atmosphere. Thomas, under the help of her head coach, is limping off the field, and she's not putting a lot of weight on, I think, on her right leg. So that would be and going down the grass looks even harder for her. You got fuel for Chelsea Thomas, senior out of Barrington, New Jersey, Haddon Heights graduate. And clearly NJCU's going to have to, or Stockton's going to have to make a substitution for her. So it'll be a 1-ball count here to Merzella. Nobody on base now. 1 out after Thomas thrown out, caught stealing, and then injured on the play. That's a called strike, 1-1. So it'll be interesting to see who replaces Thomas in left field, where she's been really solid for the Ospreys. Ground ball. Foul. Off the plate. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Line right at hand to Gavin. Look what I got. And she flips it back to Mezzi. 2 away. Designated player number 22, Alexa Massa. Ground ball back to Mezzi. She throws on, and the inning comes to a close as Massa retired on the first pitch. 3rd inning for Stockton. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. So baseball now leading in the top of the 8th, 8-7. Dan Berardi with the 13th and 14th career homers. That should push him into the top 3 all time. And he continues to close in on 100 career RBIs. So a defensive change for Stockton. Massa, who was a designated player, is going to go to left field for Thomas. And I don't know where Huter is now. Dulce Almonte will lead off for NJCU. Defensive change for Stockton now in left field, moving from designated player number 22, Alexa Massa. Now batting second baseman, number 14, Dulce Almonte. 2-1 count to Almonte. That's wide of the plate. Chopped up the third base line. And the count will be full 3-2. Ground ball, third base. And Cheetah throws her out 5-3. Right fielder, number 8, Kellen Fuentes. So Kellen Fuentes will get her first at-bat as a Gothic Knight at home. Yesterday, she was injured for much of the year. She played her first game. She had her first career at-bat at Kane. And now her first at-bat at home. She's 0 for 1 in her career and swings and misses at the first pitch. That's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside corner, good spot by Huter, and it's 1-2. Kellen Fuentes, freshman out of Union City, New Jersey, Union City High School. The 1-2 by Huter, and down on strikes as Fuentes is caught looking for the second out. Now batting center fielder number 12, Julie Squio. Baseball's in the bottom of the 8th inning, still leading 8-7 after Drew was retired in the top of that inning. So the Gothic Knights baseball team looking for the 13th win in the year. Meanwhile, softball's locked in a scoreless game here. Each team with just 1 hit as Squio bats in the 3rd. After Stockton put up a season-high 18 runs in Game 1. Ground ball foul up the third base side. Squio leads the team with 15 of their 50 RBIs. And that is a base hit down the left field line into the corner. Squio around first on her way to second. Takes a little bit of a turn there. She'll stop with a double, her 4th of the year, and her 98th career hit. That'll put Squio into the top 15 all-time in hits. Third baseman number 2, Hannah Gavin. Gavin ground ball towards shortstop. The throw is in time, and the inning comes to a close on the 6-3 ground out, and Squio is stranded at second base. Third inning for the Gothic Knights. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on base. 4th inning coming up. back here. And it'll be Cosenzo, the first baseman, leading off for Stockton, top of the fourth inning. Leading off the first baseman, number 11, Alexandra Cosenzo. East Hanover, New Jersey native. Two-ball count. 2 balls, no strikes. It's called strike. Rolled foul, 2-2. In the air, deep right center field, carrying over the fence for a home run. Cosenzo with a 2-2 pitch over the right center field fence, and that gives Stockton a 1-0 lead as Cosenzo demonstrates her power with her team-leading 5th home run of the year and now over 30 RBIs on the season. So a long home run to right center. 1-0 Stockton here in the 4th. Third baseman, number 29, Casey Shida. Shida, the junior out of Monroe Township, New Jersey, in Middlesex County. As they called, strike to Shida. The 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes. Now 1-2, Mezzi will deal with nobody out. 1-0 Stockton, chopped foul towards the NJCU dugout. One, two, and Mezzi started to throw, and she's hurt. And if she's hurt, this is a big problem for the Gothic Knights. And Ashley Pace is going to come check on Christina Mezzi. And if they're smiling over there, so that's a promising sign. Mezzi's laughing. I don't know if she just stepped bad and threw her whole body off. All right, well, the danger is fortunately not in play anymore, because if Mezzi had gone down, the Gothic Knights really don't have anybody else capable of pitching the innings that she does. She's thrown every pitch this season for the team. So those who are not NJCU fans, you can understand the sense of urgency when you see Mezzi stumble there. It is a ball. She is okay, or at least we think she's okay. Slow roller. Oh my, this is a foul ball off of the foot of Shida. So after Mezzi is banged up, now Shida is on the ground in a lot of pain. And Ashley Pace, the NJCU assistant trainer there, with her back to the catcher, Ariana Scrimo, has been busy today. Thomas left the game with an injury as well. And she's being checked on by head coach Maureen Herring. It's like Sheeta is all right. Kayla Clark fouled the ball off her foot earlier. Everybody's banged up today in Jersey City. And it's in the mid-40s now, so fouling it off your foot does not feel good. The 2-2, high, 3-2. I think when really does it ever feel good to foul something off your foot? Or drop something on your foot, or accidentally kick something? When you're not wearing a shoe, but on a cold day like this, it accentuates the pain there, as that is high in ball 4. So that'll bring up left fielder number 12, Ashley LaBelle. Still nobody out. Gothic Knights have added a run in the bottom of the 8th, and they have a runner at second base with 2 outs on the baseball side. RBI single by Jesse Kraft that knocked in Pena, who was hit by a pitch and stole second. 1 ball count. Ground ball, third, foul. Baseball can hold on. That would be a big-time come-from-behind win. The 1-1, high. And they would improve to 13-8. Snap a 3-game losing skid if that lead does, in fact, hold up. They have moved to the top of the 9th. The 2-1. Go over the first base, checking on Sheeta. And it'll be 3-1 here to LaBelle. And that is ball 4. So LaBelle walks, back-to-back walks after the home run by Cosenzo. That is 3 walks in this game. Versus no strikeouts. So Ortiz, the right fielder, will step in. Ortiz reached on a fielder's choice in her first at bat. She's batting .077 on the team, trying to break out. Called strike. Ground ball, Flores, and gets the force at third. Wise play there by Flores, teaming up with Hannah Gavin. Ortiz again with a ground ball that became a fielder's choice, 6-5. And with 1 out, bring up DeVello, the second baseman. They may pinch hit again with Megan Katzmarter. It worked out great in game 1 with a bases clearing double. Pinch hitting for number 6, Morgan DeVello, will be number 28, Maggie Klatt. So Maggie Klatt will be the pinch hitter. Hitting .429. That one is fouled to our left and out of play. Top of the 4th inning, 1-0 Stockton. The 0-1. That is high. 2-1. And that is popped towards shortstop. The runner's going to be out on interference. Flores would have caught that had the runner LaBelle not interfered with her. And we're going to have a change here for Kelly or Klatt. And it's going to be DeVell re-entering. Catcher number 17, Madison Kelly. Wild pitch, and the runners will advance. Has a strike on the 2-0 pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike. In the air down the left field line. That's out of play, foul. Ground ball. Gavin has it. Throw to first. Inning over. So good softball as NJCU gets out of a jam after the leadoff homer. In the 4th inning for Stockton, 1 run on 1 hit, 2 left on base. Bottom of the 4th inning coming up. And the first pitch to Dinora Flores, a line drive at short, caught by the Stockton shortstop Meg Marzello stealing a base hit up the middle from the Gothic Knights shortstop. Now batting the first baseman, number 25, Gianna Benakista. So Benakista hitting .295. She walked in the second inning. And that one lined the right field, gloved by the right fielder Ortiz, who had to snow cone that one. Left fielder, number 11, Kayla Clark. So Kayla Clark will now bat. And first pitch is a ball. A little bit after 6 in the afternoon here in Jersey City. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. 1-0 Stockton. They won the first game 18-6, but this has been a pitcher's duel. And that's rolled foul. So the baseball game is indeed final. Good win over a good Drew team for the baseball team. Their 13th win in the year. Dan Berardi with 5 RBIs, 2 home runs in the game for the second time this year, including a grand slam, the second grand slam of the season. Nick Legato had one in Florida that I had the ability to actually call in person, which was kind of neat. And it was warmer than it is today, that's for sure. And that's lined foul again. Berardi was 2 for 3, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. He also walked. Kraft had 2 hits and an RBI. Good day for the baseball team. Softball trying for an upset here against Stockton. They trail 1-0. This was a pop-up towards shortstop, and the catch is made. And the inning comes to a close as the Gothic Knights go 1-2-3 here in the fourth. In the fourth inning for NJCU, no runs, no hits, nobody left on. Fifth inning coming up. Batting for the first time is the new designated player, number 9, Megan Katzmer, who came on in place of Chelsea Thomas, who was injured. We're trying to figure out whether the pitcher would slide in that role or if Stockton would use one of the 25 players they have on its roster. And it was indeed the 25-player option. That's a called strike. Only 23 players. I miscounted. That's a good guess, though. And she's hit by a pitch. The shortstop, number 8, Meg Merzello. That's a called strike. Hi. And hello. 1-1. Fouled off to her left, 1-2. Merzello is hitting .422, the Maple Shade, New Jersey native. Lined over the head of Gavin, going to fall in down the left field line. Clark gets to it quickly. And Katzmer goes to second on the single down the left field line. So with nobody out, runners at first and second. Left fielder, number 22, Alexa Massa. That's a called strike. Ground ball, Flores. To Almonte for the force on the 0-1. Merzello is retired 6-4. Katzmer goes to third. Runners in the corners now with 1 out. First baseman, number 11, Alexandra Cosenzo. So Cosenzo led off the fourth. The only run of this game, a solo homer to right center. Ground ball up the middle. And that is going to be a base hit. And Stockton has taken a 2-0 lead. Cosenzo supplying both RBIs with an RBI single up the middle. Massa goes to second base. Now batting third baseman, number 29, Casey Shida. So Casey Shida, who was banged up in the last inning when she fouled a ball off her foot, now she's hit by a pitch. That's not going to feel any better than fouling one off your foot. And the bases are loaded. First time all year Sheeta's been hit by a pitch. Now batting center fielder number 12, Ashley Lobel. And the bases are loaded for her with just 1 out. Two-ball count here to LaBelle. Popped in the air. Left center. Squeal on the run. Slides, and she makes the catch. Gets to her feet. Fires home. The run will score. It'll be a sacrifice fly. Great play by Squeal. They will check at third to see if Massa left early. She did not. The run counts. 3-0 Stockton. Good play, however, by Julie Squeal, sliding left center. And the Ospreys now with 2 outs, but they have added 2 runs here, leading 3-0 in the 5th. One ball, one strike. Mezzi deals. Popped in the air over my head. And out of play 1 and 2. Mezzi's a strike away from getting out of this inning. Popped in the air, foul yet again. Called strike 3, and the inning comes to a close. First strikeout of the game for Christina Mezzi comes at the opportune time as 2 runners are stranded and NJCU gets out of a jam here in the 5th. For the Ospreys in the 5th inning, 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th, Stockton leading 3-0. Ariana Scrimo leading off for the Knights here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail 3-0. Stockton has 4 hits, including a homer. The Knights have 2 hits. Kayla Clark, Julie Squeal. Squeal's was a double. Scrimo's hitting .265. 1 ball, 1 strike count to the sophomore out of Kearney. Two-one offering. That's inside to Scrimo. And that is low for ball 4, so Ariana Scrimo works out a 5-pitch walk. And I'll bring up Christina Mezzi. The pitcher, number 21, Christina Mezzi. Mezzi, over the head of the third baseman, has to backpedal, but Cheatham makes the catch. So one away to bring up the second baseman, number 14, Dulce Almonte. So Almonte now hitting 186. Drops down a sacrifice bunt. It hugs the line. It stays fair. Everyone is safe. And it was like a bowling ball just nipping the edge of the gutter and then taking out the 10-pin. That's exactly what happened there. I have 2 bowlers and the head coach of the bowling team in the box, so I had to use the bowling analogy at some point. It was in the contract. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here. I need a drink of water. Oh, my. It'll be Ariel Cortez. Pinch hitter will be number 6, Ariel Cortez. And that's fouled back towards me. It'll be 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. The Gothic Knights with a tying run at the plate. And Cortez strikes out. I don't think she realizes she's out here. And the umpire convinces her that that is it for this turn at the plate. So Cortez down looking. It'll bring up center fielder, number 12, Julie Squio. Julie Squio is capable of doing some damage, and she comes up in probably the most important bat of the game for the Gothic Knights. She's already doubled. She needs 2 hits for 100 for her career. Called strike. If she doesn't get it today, pretty good chance she'll have an opportunity tomorrow against New Rochelle. Doubleheader that begins at 5 p.m. 1 and 2 to Julie Squio. Two outs. 3-0 Stockton. And barely getting back in at first is Almonte. Pitch was in the dirt, got past the catcher. Scrimo put on the brakes at second base. That meant Almonte had to go back, and she was able to successfully retreat. The 2-2, and that's lined towards center field. Going to fall in for a base hit. Scrimo is held up at third. 99th career hit for Julie Squio. And Squio at first base, at the top of her lungs, yelled, "Let's go." Will she pump up her teammates here? And I'll bring up the third baseman, number 2, Hannah Gavin. That is a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Squeo will probably get another at bat unless something unexpected happens. Swung on and missed at a pitch down and in. 1-2. Squeo needs 1 hit to become the 14th member of the 100 hit club and the first since 2013. Actually, since 2012. 2012. Stats made it that year. Also, Stephanie Gomez also made it that year. In fact, she is next on the list. So Gavin has a quick chat with Del Volpe. Gavin's already hit a home run today. Lays off that one. It's 2-2. In the air. Deep left center field. That's going to bring in 2 runs. Here comes Squeo. She scores. And the game is tied. Hannah Gavin with a long double to deep left center. And we are tied at 3 runs apiece. Squeo all the way from third scoring after Almonte and Screamo both touched the plate. And the Gothic Knights even it up here in the 5th. And Dianora Flores in the air, deep right center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Here comes Gavin around third. She's on her way home. The throw to the plate will not be made. It's a triple by Dianora Flores. And the Gothic Knights lead 4-3. The first baseman, number 25, Gianna Benakista. It'll be Benakista now hitting 290. The Gothic Knights now suddenly lead 4-3. Ground ball, second base. The flip is in time, and Benakista is retired, stranding Flores at third. However, the Gothic Knights, trailing 3-0, put up 4 runs, including a 3-run double by Hannah Gavin, followed by a triple by Dianora Flores, after Joy Squeo had her 99th career hit to keep the inning alive. In the 5th inning for the Gothic Knights, 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 left on base. We head to the 6th, 4-3 NJCU. So DeVoe leads off here. Now Stockton suddenly playing from behind here in the sixth inning, I should say. NJCU with 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th, and they now lead 4-3. Surprising maybe to some, but the Gothic Knights showing some fight. Stockton has won the last 19 between these two teams. Last time NJCU beat Stockton, they actually swept Stockton. It was a game here back in, I want to say 2007. Susie Matsutani, who's now the assistant coach at Ramapo, hit a couple homers that day. Including, however, walk on 4 pitches. That has been the Achilles heel of this team. Has been free passes, and that is one to start this frame. The catch. Flores. Benakik. 1-0. Baseball rallied from behind to beat Drew today 9-7. Does softball have the same in their future? 2-0. A little high, 3-0. And ball 4, second time this inning, a free pass on 4 pitches. We know it's a little hard to see right now with the glare. Our press box is directly facing west. Makes my job even more difficult, but I wonder sometimes if the batter's eye is at least blocked by the bleachers out there behind the center field fence. Those are, of course, the bleachers for the old football field, now the soccer field. It's a called strike, 1-1. Mezzi's over 100 pitches thrown in this game. She threw a whole bunch in the last game. She's probably throwing about 10 million this year. And her arm is still attached. Throw back down to first, checking on Katzmar. I played 2 hours of basketball last night. I can't feel my body today, so I have no idea how Christina Mezzi does this. 2-1. I was able to use my Apple Watch to actually track the workout, and I ran. It's amazing in 2 hours how much you can run when you're not even thinking about it. 5.8 miles playing basketball. Full court will do that to you. Ground ball, foul, up the third base side. You want to know my stats, Rel Smith? My shooting percentage was pretty awful. I don't know what for a fact, but it was probably about 20%. But I blocked a whole bunch of shots where they were avoiding me at the end of the day. So I guess that's good. Ground ball to Gavin. Throw over to first. Not in time. Merzel's able to beat it out for an infield single. And Katzmar, the tying run, moves to second. And Coach Del Volpe is going to come out and argue that one. Well, we're back here at the Garrity Complex. 2 outs. And with a walk and an infield single, suddenly Stockton has a chance to get back in this game. They trail 4-3. The Knights have a 6-5 edge in hits as well. It'll bring up left fielder number 22, Alexa Mass. fielder's choice and scored in the 5th. Inside. One ball, no. The 1-1. Lined to left field. That's a base hit. Clark did not get her at third. That will tie the game. A base hit by Massa with 2 outs. The throw to third. And if Katzmar had been thrown out, the run would not have counted. But she is safe. Actually, that would be Marzella. Katzmar scored. Katzmar is the one who scored the tying run. Marzella goes to third. And on the throw, Massa, who has the game-tying hit, now at second base. So an RBI, and she advances on the throw. And we are tied at 4-4, each team with 6 hits. I don't know what happened. I think there was some kind of a warning. And we're going to have a visit to the mound. It'll be assistant coach Ashley Martinez. The powwow at the circle. The Gothic Knights, after a leadoff walk, got a double play. And with 2 outs, a walk, and 2 singles, have tied this game at 4-4 after the Knights put up 4 runs in the 5th. And this now becomes critical for NJCU. First baseman number 11, Alexandra Casenzo. Fouled off to our right. Low. That is low as well. Checks her swing, does not go around, and it's 3-1. First base is open. Casenzo already has 2 RBIs in this game, including a homer. As he called strike 3 and 2. Mezzi not giving up on a very difficult batter here in Casenzo with Shida. Oh my. Shida. I knew I was going to mess that name up once today. On deck. The 3-2 in the air, right field. Cortez over her head, off the base of the wall. This will put Stockton in front. Marzella scores. Massa scores. A 2-run double by Casenzo. And Stockton has moved in front 6-4. So Sheeta, now the batter. Pinch runner at first will be number 4, Viviana Carrero, a sophomore out of nearby Ridgefield, New Jersey. Now batting, third baseman, number 29, Casey Sheeta. Sheeta's been on base 3 times. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. Also fouled one off her own foot. 2 balls, no strikes. Now Stockton with 3 runs here in the top of the third. In the air, foul down the left field line. As he taking her time, the 2-1 slow roller. Benakista will make the tag herself, and the inning comes to a close on the slow roller up the first base line. But Stockton, with 3 runs on 3 hits, all with 2 out, have taken the lead 6-4 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Clark in the air to deep left field. That is going to be off the base of the wall. Clark will be held to a single as the left fielder, Massa, got to the ball quickly. So on the 1-1 pitch, Clark with a long hit. Kept to a single, but she is making good contact lately. Now pitching will be Victoria Torp, a senior out of West Milford, New Jersey, will announce her to the crowd here at the Garrity Complex. Your attention, please. Now pitching for Stockton, senior right-hander number 24, Victoria Torp. Torp, this is her 14th appearance. Ground ball. That's going to get through the right side for Ariana Scrimo, who we never even got to announce. So Scrimo through the right side. Clark goes to second. Now batting the pitcher, number 21, Christina Mezzi. Torp, by the way, is their closer. She has 3 saves on the year, 41.1 innings, a .299 opposing batting average, struck out 14, walked 8. She's 2-3 with a 3.90 ERA. She's in relief of Huter. Mezzi 0 for 2 in this game. And Julie Squeal, no matter what happens, will get at least an at-bat today. Ground ball to third. Steps on third. Throws to first. It's in the dirt. And Mezzi is safe on the fielder's choice. And we're going to have a pinch runner at first, most likely. Probably Zoe Viant for Mezzi. Clark was retired, 5 unassisted. Screamo moves to second base. Now batting, second baseman, number 14, Dulce Almonte. Pinch running at first base for NJCU, number 18, Zoe Viant. Almonte in this game is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored as part of the 4-run 5th inning. NJCU 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Stockton 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Check swing. She did go through. And 2 strikes here. Fouled off to our right, going to be out of play. That's low. Ball and 2 strikes. That's a wild pitch. Everyone will advance. And that gives the Gothic Knights the tying runs now in scoring position with 1 out. A base hit by Almonte could tie this up. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another wild pitch. Screamo has to hold at third. With Ariel Cortez on deck. Strike 3 looking. Almonte down on strikes. Cortez will step in. She has struck out twice. Well, you know what? I'm actually going to take one of those strikeouts back. She came in for Fuentes, who started the game and struck out. Cortez came in the 5th as a pinch hitter, and then she struck out looking. But the 9th spot in the order right now is where we are at. If Cortez can find a way to extend this inning, Julie Squeal, who's 2 for 3, will step in. Foul back towards us. The 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. And the Ospreys are a strike away from getting out of this inning. Here comes the throw to the plate, sliding in. She is out. A late break by Screamo. A 2-1 flip on a ball that got away. And Screamo is out at the plate, 2-1. And the Gothic Knights will head to the 7th, trailing 6-4. LaBelle leads off the 7th inning with a first pitch single to center field after a lengthy conversation with head coach Mark Del Volpe and the umpires regarding that play at the plate. The right fielder, number 33, Leone Ortiz. So I went back and on that play earlier in the game on the interference at shortstop, the batter actually does get credit for a hit. I think it's pretty cheap because that ball would have been caught had interference not occurred, but it's in the book, so I'm going to have to make that change. So Stockton now has 9 hits rather than 8. I disagree, but there's a lot of things in this country I disagree with. I would live with it. The 0-1. That's now 1-1. Showing bunt, drops it down. Benaquista to Almonte for the 3-4 sacrifice, moving LaBelle to second base. That'll bring up the second baseman, DeVello. She drops down a bunt. This one is foul. Second baseman, number 6, Morgan DeVello. That was the 125th pitch thrown by Christina Mezzi. Ground ball through the middle, and that's going to score. No, they hold her up at third as Julie Squeal probably saves a run there, charging in from center field as that ball kicked up off of second base after going up the middle. Julie Squeal just saved the run. The catcher, number 17, Madison Kelly. High. And there will be a steal there by DeVello. That's scorched foul. That's high. Popped in the air on the 3-1 pitch. Scrimo watches it sail out of play. So 3-2 here to Kelly with 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. Ground ball, Gavin will throw to the plate and throws it wide. She had her at the plate. And a throw wide of the dish allows the run to score, and it's now 7-4. And that'll bring up Katzmar. Designated player number 9, Megan Katzmar. One ball, no strikes. That's high. 2 balls, no strikes. Two one, cut on and missed. 2-2. The 2-2 by Mezzi, and that is high, and it's 3-2. Ground ball back to Mezzi, and she chooses to get the out at first rather than going home with it, and another run scores. Shortstop number 8, Meg Merzello. Merzello hitting .435. First pitch ball to the left-handed hitter out of Maple Shade. It's called strike throw to third. And safe at third. Diving back in is Kelly. Merzello in this game has 2 hits in 4 at-bats. One ball, one strike. That's high. Again, throw back to third. This time diving back in is Kelly. 3 balls and 1 strike. And that's ball 4. So Stockton with 2 runs in here in the top of the 7th after they took the lead with 3 runs in the top of the 6th. Left fielder number 22, Alexa Massa. First pitch by Mezzi is a called strike. Doubleheader is now over 4 hours old. Long game 2. Almonte flips to Benakista, and the inning comes to a close on the 4-3 ground out. In the 7th inning for Stockton, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Bottom of the 7th coming up. Back here in Jersey City for the on-off button in the 7th inning. The last chance for the Gothic Knights, and Cortez fouls that one back towards us. The right fielder, number 6, Ariel Cortez. The 0-1, that's high. He has to duck out of the way of that one. Roller back to Torp. That's out number 1. The center fielder, number 12, Julie Squio. Julie Squio looking for her 100th career hit. And the first pitch, fastball down the middle. You'll be on the road tomorrow. It would be nice to get the milestone here in Jersey City. And fouls this one off for strike 2. Squeal works in my office, has for the last few years. And be really a nice milestone as she takes a deep breath there. She knows not only is this important to keep the game alive for the Knights, but she's aware of the milestone coming up. The 0-2. And that is unreal. They just called strike 3 looking to Julie Squio on a pitch that nearly hit her. That was not a good call right there. And there's sometimes where you argue stuff and you question the argument, but that wasn't even remotely close there. Now Squeal will have to wait till tomorrow for the milestone. Third baseman, number 2, Hannah Gavin. So Hannah Gavin, the last chance for the Knights. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. Next broadcast here on Gothic Vision will be on Friday when the baseball team takes on Ramapo in day 2 of a home-and-home series. Gavin ground ball shortstop. The throw to first is in time, and the ball game comes to a close as Hannah Gavin is thrown out 6-3. In the 7th inning for the Gothic Knights, no runs, no hits, and nobody left on base. Your final score in game number 2, Stockton 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. NJCU 4 runs, 8 hits, and 1 error. With the 2 wins in today's doubleheader, Stockton improves to 19-9 on the year, 6-2 in the NJAC. Next action for the NJCU softball team will be tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the road in New Rochelle, New York, in non-conference action when they take on the College of New Rochelle. And the next home game will be a doubleheader on Saturday at 1 p.m. when NJCU hosts the Profs of Rowan University. So that'll do it here in Jersey City. The Gothic Knights led 4-3, but Stockton with 2 runs in the 7th helped cement what was a 2-run lead after they put up 3 runs in the top of the 6th. 5 runs in their last 2 at-bats as Stockton comes from behind to knock off NJCU today by a score of 8-4. And NJCU with the 2 losses falls to 4-18 overall, 0-8 in the league, and they've lost their last 12. Again, we're back in the air on Friday, 3:30, when baseball hosts Ramapo is the next opponent, and then Rowan is on Saturday when the softball team takes on the Profs in a doubleheader here at at the Thomas M. Garrity Athletic Complex. Roan will come in ranked 21st in the country. NJAC is good, folks. There's a lot of good teams in this league. Stockton's not even ranked. And you look at what they're doing right now. They have nearly 20 wins, and we've just gotten into the second week of April. On behalf of Rachel McIntyre, who was on graphics for us today, and everyone in NJCU Athletics, I'm Ira Thor. Thanks for watching today's broadcast of NJCU softball here on Gothic Vision. And until we talk to you again on Friday, be well, everybody.